Oh, the smell of this soldering. I love it, man. This is the custom Retracts cable I'm making here, people. That will power 3 servos off 1 U-bed. Okay. Is it on? Hey, check this out. WarKroc X470. Alright. And voila. Mashallah, look at that. Woo. All right, let's get to work. So first thing we need to do is prepare the mechanics for the installation, which is first step and very simple. You will have to install these pieces. These are the sliding locks that will hold the mechanics inside, and this makes it very easy to slide in and lock it in place. And then you will have 2 screws. Okay, as you can see, one right here. You have to remove these screws, and you need to get slightly longer ones. Now this is a little bit tricky, but if you look at this is a screw, slightly longer one. The original one is shorter, so you will need slightly longer one. As you can see, the thread on this one are, wider distance. However, if you cannot find this kind of a screw, I found that this actually works as well, and it's very, very easy to find in the hardware store. If you give me a moment, we'll check it out right here. This is the proprietary threads screw, okay, and the diameter is 2.6 with the threads. All right, and this is the replacement one, which you can find easily in the market, and diameter it's showing is 2.4, which is very, very strange, but it does fit, and it will, kind of dig in its own screws, threads in that place. So this was the first thing. So this is how you prepare your mechanics. Okay, install these will take M3 screws and M3 nuts. Okay, so 4 of them, and it's very easy to install. Okay, after that, do remember to remove these screws. Now if you look at it, there's this screw which is holding this vertical piece that holds the swash plates in its place. All right, don't remove this one. There's a screw right here on the right side, so you will remove this and that and get longer ones. Okay, now just now I tried it, and what I found that the tail rotor cable has to be modified, because it goes all the way in the fuselage, okay, and it's staying somewhere here, just a tad short. It's better to do a little bit of work and just slightly extend this cable. So what I have here are 22 gauge, I believe this is 22 gauge cables, all right, and they are just this long. Okay, as you can see right here, they're just this long. So I'm gonna add them, and to solder them, don't make a mistake of cutting it and then try to solder it, because this is a special cable matched for your FW450 V3 Mechanics and the way the flight controller is set, and it will make the tail rotor spin anti-clockwise, and that's the right direction, so your helicopter will fly actually. Now if you cut it and you somehow don't know which cable goes where, you are going to have trouble, because if this spins wrong, your helicopter will spin and crash on the ground. So the idea is to cut one cable one by one, and solder one cable first, then cut another one, solder another one, and then cut the third one and solder the third one. Dip it in the magic paste, just paste it here, press the button, and look at that, what a clean solder right here. Before we go any further with the installation of mechanics, let's get the bare weight of the fuselage only. So this is the non-retractable landing gear, that is fixed landing gear version, and it weighs 652.8 grams. And the retractable version without any mechanics inside, but 3 servos for retracts and a special noodle cable for the retract that I built installed inside. It's right here, hanging here, so I'll just put it inside, you know. And now let me just check if the nose is touching anywhere. Yeah, nothing is touching anywhere. So fuselage with retractable landing gear is 664.9 grams. There you go. Again, before we go with the installation, I want to show one more thing. This is the noodle inside without the mechanics, because we have the Retracts installed with 3 servos. Now, I have this servo which is slightly old. I mean, all 3 servos, I just found them. They are just from a crashed airplane long time ago when I used to fly airplanes and I still had servos. So this one is buzzing a little, but does the job. And I'm not worried because it's not going to put any load to receiver. Why? Because I have a separate U-back for powering the servos. I'm only taking the signal cable to the receiver, okay, which is right here, signal and ground. And the red, you can see I have cut it and put it down here, okay, with the white tape. So only signal and ground, and rest of the servos are powered by a U-back, so they are not gonna put any load on the receiver or flight controller, and there will be no issues of browning out or freezing. Okay, I have tested it, it works very well, mashallah. Now I will tuck all these cables under because there will be a lot of space under the fuselage, so I will put some blue tack on it, something like that. I'm putting it to hold the cables nicely to the walls and make a nice and neat setup right here. All right, so the cables are installed and I just put that little blue tack inside just to hold them there. Later, I believe, after the first test flight, I will remove the mechanics, because alhamdulillah, it's very easy to remove. I'll remove the mechanics and, and put some hot glue here, okay, just to make sure. But this one is pretty strong, actually. It doesn't go anywhere. I can see it's very, very strong. All right, here's the real deal. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So I'm gonna slide the tail rotor cable in, and I need to later remove the tail, obviously, and make sure to stick the tail rotor cable on top here. I'm also considering designing a little bit of hook or holder, cable holder, which will be printed inside the tail, so that you can hang the tail rotor cable on that. Because if you have retracts, you don't want the cable to get stuck with the retracts when they are coming in and out. Okay, I hope you can see it, making sure that the tail cable is not gonna stuck anywhere. Keep sliding the fuselage, the mechanic in, and at this point you will have to spread the fuselage slightly a bit. Now align the tongues of the rear side to the grooves, to the places I have made, and align the front ones as well. What you need to do is align the tongues of the back side to the front side. Okay, now I have some cables that are actually interfering with my work, but eventually there, I got it in, and now all I need to do is push it back from here, and the rear ones will go in as well. All right, voila, this was just this easy. Okay, and I can see all my cables and everything is staying down there. Now, if you want to prevent you have to prevent this whole mechanics from sliding forward. There are 2 self-tapping screws holes that you can use to put in self-tapping screws, and you can use a longer screwdriver to easily tighten those screws. However, as I mentioned, we're going to put 2 screws, one from left and one from right. Remember, those screws we removed from the mechanics. I'm going to put those, and those screws will hold the mechanics to the fuselage back there. You will not have to worry about it sliding forward, but hey, having to have a backup plan works, so why not 2 more screws right here, and you will be safe. Peace of mind that nothing will slide anywhere. So hold the fuselage upside down, shake it a bit, the tail, all right, and you see your cable is there, and the connector came all the way here automatically. And this is what I was talking about. Check this out, all right. I had to extend the length of the cable, and you will have to as well. Now, where are you, motor? Here you are. So now I can connect the motor, okay, and slide the cable in and put 3 screws right here for the motor. So let me do that. Also, don't forget, we have to add 2 screws right here. Moment of truth, let me see how my measurements are working. Okay, so this screw will go in here. Oh, mashallah, mashallah, and alhamdulillah. Yes, perfect, mashallah, perfect measurements. And now this is not gonna go anywhere, but I will add TP or self-tapping screws on this one for sure. Let me just put the other screw from the other side. Why I am moving it, it's a automatic one. Okay, now tighten it. Okay, tail motor has been installed, and I just checked the cable is not touching the retracts at all. It's coming from back top down like this, so it's making a curve, but it's still, I want to make sure that it's not gonna touch. So to remove the tail and do your things. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick this cable right on top just to make sure it doesn't get into the retracts. Mashallah, look at that, how retracts are staying there. All right, so mechanics installed, and now I can test perfectly CG balance, given that the battery, original stock battery for FW450 V3 is inside, and I have to add a small battery in the nose section as well, and now it actually balances perfect, mashallah. I can still move the battery forward and backward should I need, but for now it is very well balanced. My receiver is here, okay, as you can see, right? My receiver is sitting here, U-back is there, and everything is right there. Now I'm gonna put on these, the APU cover, okay, with 4 screws obviously. And I'm still wondering if there's enough. Ah, very nice, mashallah. I don't have to wonder. The ESC is really nicely sitting here, and there will be lots of airflow on this one. From the sides, the exhausts are actually taking the airflow on the motor, and for the ESC, these little eyes, alligator eyes, they are going to take the airflow for the ESC. I'm still considering cutting more, openings here so that we will have more airflow on the ESC and electronics. All right, you can add Loctite and these screws, and 3 screws right away. Now let's put this alligator nose on it and see how it looks. Okay, fits. All right, now I just have to push it down. Bam, locked. Mashallah. Look at that. Beautiful. Now that it has been completed, people, it's time to see the total all-out flying weight. Okay, let's weigh the main rotors. All right, and these are 132.6 grams. All right, and after the main rotors, let's put on the fuselage, the completely assembled one. And I want to make sure that nose is not touching, nowhere it is touching, and bam, what do you know, we have all out flying weight of 1506.5, and the blades, now can I put the blades on top? I don't know. Let's just play the balancing game. Yes, and all-out flying weight will be 1,551.4 grams. That is 1.55 kilograms all-out flying weight with battery, external battery, retracts, and everything.
Crash, rebuild, bounce back, that's what I do. Crash, rebuild, bounce back quick. We in the dirty south, ain't no one slick.